time for the gold medal match here in the mixed doubles masters of the PABCON champion of champions, Lucas Wiseman from USBC, along with Del Warren, two-time PBA champ, USBC gold coach, and vice president of the Kegel Training Center. Del, we've got Team USA versus Venezuela here in the gold medal match. Liz Johnson and Steve Smith versus Amleto, Monacelli, and Karen Marcano. So some firepower expected in this match. Liz has kind of carried the way for Steve in the mixed doubles portion of this tournament.
She seemed to have carried the way for everybody in the tournament. That's how well she has bowled throughout the week. And this is an interesting match. You've got Amleto, who obviously the 21st greatest player in PBA history, who has really struggled on the short and has really come through here in the late rounds to find something where he can hit the pocket. And
Liz starts off with a 10-pin, and let's let everybody know what the format is today. It is the two players for each country will bowl a full game, and just the combined total will determine the winner. Whoever has the highest total is the winner. Pretty simple.
Nice shot. You know, Amleto's partner, Karen, she's tough. She's very mentally tough. She's a veteran. She's bowled all over the world for her country, won many medals. But I tell you, the best part of her game is her mental toughness.
And I'm sure it's a great thrill for her to be bowling alongside one of the game's greats, Amleto Monacelli, who was inducted into the USBC Hall of Fame just about a week ago. Gave a very moving speech. Very nice man, very humbled, and just a good all-around guy.
That's a big shot, let me tell you. He is literally manufacturing that shot.
Steve Smith, Team USA. Both Venezuelans off to a hot start with strikes, and Steve trying to answer here.
Good shot.
I think we're in for a pretty good match here, Del, as we get started in the early going here of this championship match.
Yeah, you got quite a bit of contrast out there right now, and in between for styles and personalities on the team. It's interesting. Liz is not throwing the ball that she ended up lining up with very well in the previous match. She went back to the original ball on the short.
Double start for Karen Marcano. She has had kind of a hot and cold week. She has thrown the ball great in stretches, but really awful in stretches, and it seems like she might have a feel here early on in this gold medal match.
I know she's been working with her coach to get her dialer surfaces in a little bit better, especially on the short. That's I haven't seen her start too many games this week with a double.
And again, the right lane where Steve Smith is bowling right now is the Beijing pattern. That's the short pattern as he crosses over for the strike. The left lane, Montreal, 41 feet. So a different strategy on each lane for these players.
These are the new modified WTBA patterns. I know they modify them every year. They're supposed to be a little bit flatter and a little bit tougher.
Amleto comes up a little light on that shot, leaves the 2-pin.
Very interesting. I don't think I've seen him miss too many shots all week on the Montreal pattern, and he strikes on his challenging lane. He misses the pocket on the other lane.
This match is going to go pretty quick. It's only one game, so I think before the players know it, it's going to be over. So quality shots a must here in this one-game gold medal match.
Sure.
So Karen Marcano has started with a double. She's one half of the famous Marcano sisters from Venezuela. Her sister Alicia was watching our broadcast earlier today. I would guess that she's probably watching now as well.
Another veteran of many tournaments, many medals.
Venezuela, pretty strong bowling country. We've had a lot of talented players and compete in the American zone out of that country, and always contenders for medals. Something going to come get it? No, it kind of wrapped around it a little bit.
Yeah. And interesting, it's been Karen and Steve that started with a double.
Kind of the opposite of what we might have expected.
Mm-hmm.
Liz Johnson trying to get a double here in the third. She leaves a 4-pin.
Wow.
Congratulations to our women's and men's Masters champions. They both come from Colombia, and their brother and sister, Paola Gomez and Andres Gomez, won the gold medals earlier today here at the Kegel Training Center.
Quite the family affair. Did it in style, too. How quickly the girls got up and made those spares. Very confident.
Not spending too much time overthinking the what should be a routine spare attempt for them.
Yeah, another big frame for Amleto.
This has not been his favorite pattern, I think. Let's take a look at this shot. It's almost kind of like in baseball, just throwing the high hard one right at the pocket.
That's exactly what he's doing. Just keeping it on line. And
don't try to cross too many boards and just throw it right at the pocket, right?
That's it. He's doing a great job.
Big shot here for Steve Smith. He can be the first player in the match to put together 3 strikes in a row. Trying to take advantage of that. Oh, Brooklyn last frame, but a 4 count. We saw Dan McClellan do that in our men's championship match.
On the same lane.
Yeah.
On the same lane.
So we don't see any 4 count splits all week and 2 in the gold medal matches. Very strange.
And you wouldn't expect to see it on Montreal. You would expect to see it on the short, but
let's see if he can give it a run here.
Very makeable.
Oh
man,
leaves
great.
The one in the back. That 9-pin stays up. That's the hardest one to get out when you're shooting that, and gave it a run.
That was a huge shot from a turkey, possible turkey, to a 4-5 on a double.
Look at the scoreboard here as we've completed 3 frames. Venezuela with a slight edge after the open by Team USA.
Great shot.
Anytime Liz pulls back to punch through the pins like that, you know that it's going to strike. Pulls back with her fist, and almost like she's the Incredible Hulk out there.
I'll tell you what, she's had the crowd behind her all week, and the men's team has been watching her bowl. Very impressive.
It's a little right.
Yeah.
Leaves the 1-2-4.
Not the easiest spare to shoot when you're in the title match.
$14-pin lead for Venezuela. Steve Smith, that's a way better shot than he threw last time on that lane when he crossed over.
Yeah, it's nice to see him make a good shot after a pretty poor third frame. There's added pressure in this because you know, yeah, as I said, not the easiest spare to shoot at.
Missed makeable. And that will pretty much even things up here in the 4th frame. This is where kind of teamwork comes into play, because now Amleto try to get a double in pick his teammate up here in the fourth frame.
Seen quite a few 10 pins on the Montreal with Amleto this week on this pattern. More so than a lot of players. There's a Wally shot.
He'll take it. Kind of mixes him up. Big reaction.
That hit carries very well in this building. But a lot of added pressure, you know, when you're in team competition, it's one thing to bowl for yourself, but you just don't want to let your teammates down.
Whoa, Liz almost left a 4-5-7 there. The messenger takes out the 4-5 and leaves the 7.
Seems like a repeat of the title match, Lucas. Can get a strike on one lane and just can't seem to get them going.
Yeah, Liz and Steve both have struggled on that left lane.
Great shot. It's interesting all week long. If there was a pattern that Karen struggled on, it was short. But this seems to be a new ball with a new surface.
So Liz is clean through 5, but no double. And Team USA with only one double in the game, but it was followed by a 4-count split by Steve Smith. And the Venezuelans with a pair of doubles this game and one open as well. So Venezuela a slight lead early on here. So we take a look at the scoreboard as we wait for Amleto to go. Again, we're combining the scores of each of the players to determine the winning team.
Great shot by Amleto.
He liked that one.
Wow.
As Randy Peterson would say, Amleto showing a lot of maple moxie on that right lane with that short pattern.
A lot of years on tour. Truly a professional. It's a big shot.
For a double. That's right. Washout. Trouble brewing here for Team USA all of a sudden. You just kind of feel like Venezuela has the momentum early on in this match.
It's tough to shoot at clusters.
This is the 1-2-8-10.
Gotta go Brooklyn.
Yep, open frame.
Yep.
He went straight at it and didn't catch a piece of the head pin, so 2 open frames in a row in that left lane for Steve Smith. Maybe overcorrected after leaving the
without a doubt.
Yeah, the big split.
Wow.
Just kind of getting bad vibes from Team USA and their chances of winning this match at this stage.
Their physiology doesn't look good early on. And it's a matter of getting comfortable for these players. And that's what it's all about, is once you get comfortable, then you can throw better shots. Wow. You know, and you just let these players just relax just a little bit, and they get it off their thumb a little bit cleaner. All of a sudden, the strikes start coming. And what was once easy is now difficult.
.48-pin lead for Venezuela here, midway through the 6th frame.
Great shot. Amleto on his good lane.
Now it's 58. Both Venezuelans starting to strike. Team USA sputtering here at that midway point of the game. That is through the face and a 4-6-7 split. And this is on the verge of becoming a laugher. Which I don't think that either of us would have guessed was going to happen. We kind of expected a more competitive matchup.
Yeah, and Karen and Amleto kind of gone through the same thing all week. They both started out very slow, and they just kept getting a little bit better and changing surfaces and trying different things to open the lane up, and every round got a little bit better. Now it's a little bit softer with her speed, a little more hand. Now the good news is, even though they're down a bunch, it is doubles. And
that's true. Yep. It's still 4 frames to go.
So really 8.
Yeah.
So
anything could happen in these final 4 frames, and you know, a 58 pin lead, or actually probably more like 75 now for Venezuela, can disappear in a hurry. And
that's a lot of 9.
That's a big 9 right there. Only leave the 3 pin for Marcano. Steve Smith really has to get in the pocket here. And he does. It's a much better look there from Steve Smith. He's really struggled on that left lane.
He's definitely playing farther right than any of the players. At this point, any filled frame by the Venezuelans is just less pins that Team USA has a chance to catch up.
It is a 69-pin lead for Venezuela, but Amleto can push it to 79 with a strike right here in the 7th frame. He's working on 4 in a row. Pulls it through the face and leaves just the 6-pin. I think a very fortunate leave there. Could have been way worse.
Every time Team USA's hit the face, they've split. And now Venezuela hits the face back-to-back and gets 9 counts. And that's the way it happens sometimes.
So with a spare here, Venezuela will lead by 68 with 3 frames to go. But it is double, so I think you could say that that would be the equivalent of a 30, about a 34-pin lead in a singles match with 3 frames left. So definitely not over, but the Americans.
It's a big shot for Team USA, a big frame.
I'll show you the scoreboard here. Both Americans working on strikes, both Venezuelans working on spares. These are the kind of frames that can swing a match right here.
Without a doubt. Ball change.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's the ball she finished the matchup, singles matchup in the right lane.
That's a double, and that'll hack into the lead and bring it down to 58. Eighth frame for Marcano. Good shot.
That was a pretty shot. See, this is where you know, if you're Venezuela, you just cannot let up on Team USA. You cannot get defensive. You got to keep the heat on.
Amleto and Kara just sitting down, taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, easy for me to say.
Sure.
As Steve Smith steps up in what is a a pretty critical shot here for Team USA, a chance to cut the deficit to 48. Gave it the high hard one right there.
That was a clean shot there. And just like that, you've cut it down to 20.
Yeah, they've hacked 20 pins off
hacked
the
20 pins off
deficit,
that frame, just like that. And they've got a little bit of momentum, going into 9th and 10th.
Let's see what Amleto's got here in the 8th.
Pretty clean off his hand there. Good shot.
Kind of mixed them up a little bit, a little light. Something came across the deck, take out the 5. So all the players strike in the 8th. It is a 48-pin lead for Venezuela with 2 frames to go.
Team USA still in the match. Because as we've seen in the previous matches, when the heat's on, strikes don't come that easy.
You almost have to feel like Team USA needs to get at least one 3-bagger heading into the 10th to have much of a chance here.
Absolutely. And more important, they psychologically keep the heat on Venezuela.
Marcano for a double.
Oh, she turned around as soon as she threw that one. Great shot.
I think she knew that was going to strike when she let it go. Anytime you see a player go to their left, especially on the right-handers, that means they like it. Here's Liz, and that double by Venezuela almost makes this a much strike situation here for Team USA. 9th frame, and Liz gets it done.
Shot. Yeah.
So it's still a 48-pin lead for Venezuela.
And this is Amleto's lane right here. This is he's completely manufacturing this shot.
Big shot here for Amleto in the 9th. He can push the lead back to 58. Crosses over and carries the Brooklyn. He'll take it. He doesn't look happy about it, but he'll take it.
That was huge.
58-pin lead for Venezuela. Now really a must-strike situation here for Steve Smith in the 9th frame. Good shot.
Yeah, so if Amleto doesn't strike and he happens to open, you can see how that
would have been down to the 20s.
Yeah, sure.
But it's still 48 pins going into the 10th. But with all the players working on at least a double, anything can still happen here in this 10th frame. 48 pins.
6 count on a double versus a turkey. Big.
But really all the pressure on Team USA here in the 10th frame.
Without a doubt. Best shot of the match there. World class.
Great ball change in the 8th frame on that lane has led to her being able to put 4 strikes in a row together.
It's interesting she didn't start with that ball.
It is. Yeah, maybe she just doesn't like the look at the beginning, but not that many balls going down the lane.
Yeah.
So it's down to a 38-pin lead for Venezuela.
Big shot by Karen.
Look at the 10 go late. Wow. What a huge shot there by Karen Marcano to get it back to 48. And as long as Venezuela keeps matching Team USA, there's no way they can lose this match.
She is tough.
Team USA simply running out of time here. Gets a break for a 5-bagger. Yep. Liz is going to shoot, 239 here this game. But Steve Smith only can shoot 206 because he had the rough patch in frames 3 through 6. Marcano strikes here. It becomes almost impossible for Team USA to win. Wow, what a clutch game by Karen Marcano. She gives a big hug to Amleto. Well, Team USA got it figured out. They just got it figured out too late. They ran out of frames. 239 for Liz Johnson.
What a thrill for Karen, winning a gold medal with arguably one of their country's
top athletes.
Top athletes ever.
In any sport. What a great clutch game by Karen Marcano. 234.
Great game. And she kept right pace with Liz.
Yep.
That's huge. And I would have said the key to the match would be to watch Karen and Liz.
Steve leaves the split, but doesn't matter anyways. They had already lost the match here. Venezuela going to take the gold medal in pretty impressive fashion here. They've really bowled a pretty stellar game. And
that's a Hall of Fame shot there.
Yep. Victory lap for Amleto here.
I like that.
These are the shots that feel the best when it's out of the wood and you've got the title locked up. As Steve Smith and Liz Johnson going to come up short here in the title match. 170 for Steve Smith as they shoot 409. And they're going to lose by quite a margin here.
Great shot.
Amleto.
You just never guess that he's a senior.
Yeah, just turned 50.
Just throws it phenomenal, in great shape. He still has that crisp release. And if you notice, in a great lesson from Hall of Famer, he just doesn't fall off a shot. He posts every shot.
Field ball, Amleto can shoot 259.
Beautiful.
Yep. What an effort by the Venezuelans.
Fantastic.
493 to 409. Venezuela blows out Team USA in this mixed doubles gold medal match. So congratulations to Amleto, Monacelli, and Karen Marcano on winning the mixed doubles gold here at the PABCON Champion of Champions. Del, a little surprising that that this title match wasn't a little bit closer, I think.
That's for sure. And it just shows you what momentum can do and confidence versus lack of confidence. And, you get kind of going the wrong way, especially on these dual pattern conditions. And you start flinching and you got world-class players standing behind you. They just don't give you a chance to breathe. And the scores go, the low score goes left and the high score goes right. And all of a sudden you have what we have here.
Final score, Venezuela 493, Team USA 409. So congratulations to Venezuela on winning the mixed doubles Masters gold medal here at the Kegel Training Center. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we will see you next time here on Bowl TV.